Well, hello again. Today's question for a yes or no treatment is, should I get a dog? Well, who wouldn't want a dog? Well, the answer is there are some people who wouldn't want a dog and perhaps shouldn't have a dog. So let's examine some of the arguments on both sides of this question. First of all, those who say, yes, I should get a dog, I should have a dog, and so forth. Well, I suppose number one and the most obvious answer to this is that they are just charming, life-enhancing, fun creatures. They're great companions. They can make you feel good when you're down. They sense what's going on around them. Dogs know everything. They will come to your aid. And if you're walking along with your dog and some miscreant comes for you, your dog will look after you. So dogs are a great companion in that sense. Secondly, on some more specific bases, some would say the following. I have a medical condition which can hit me suddenly with no warning. I can collapse. If I'm sitting down, I'm okay, but if I'm standing up, I could fall, I could hurt myself, and so forth. And there are dogs, because I have one, who can sense this, who can give me warning that it's coming, that warn others around me that it's coming. And my dog, in that respect, is just invaluable. And when that dog dies, I'll get another if I possibly can to do the same thing. Just absolutely invaluable. Next, I'm a single woman. I'm often out in public. I go for a walk. And you'd be surprised at how often dreadful men make advances at me in public, make pests of themselves. It can really be quite upsetting. And that all stopped when I got a dog. They didn't bother me anymore, and once again, I will always have a dog for just that reason. So a good reason, ladies, to get a dog if you're bothered by pests. On a kind of similar vein, dogs deter burglars. Most burglars that I've heard interviewed on television and radio will say they would never go near a house where they hear a dog barking, because they just don't know whether that dog will attack them or whether the dog is just a friendly pooch. And of course you have that advantage. You have this lovely, charming dog that wouldn't hurt a fly, but the burglar doesn't know that. So that puts you in quite a good position. Next, dogs are great for kids. They are playmates for them. It's nice to have kids growing up around dogs so that they can appreciate their value, their friendship, their loyalty, and just the sheer fun of having them around. Next, speaking as a homeless person, a down and out, an unfortunate chap who lives on the streets and doesn't have much going for him, you would be surprised as a down and out, maybe you wouldn't be surprised, how much grief I get from people, the nasty insults and so forth, but not from my dog. My dog is there for me. He's a loyal friend. He thinks of nothing but making me feel good and comfortable, and this dog saves my life. I will always have a dog. What a great reason to have a dog. And then finally, of course, there's the fact that a dog makes you get exercise. You've got to get out and walk that dog. And for some people, there's a second order effect. The mere act of going out and getting exercise heightens your awareness of the world around you, makes you feel better. If you're depressed, just getting out and breathing some outside air and listening to birdsong and so forth could really do wonders for you. And we put that all on the dog who, if he wasn't there, maybe we wouldn't be getting out in the first place. So, good for the dog. Well, that's a pretty long list of positive reasons for getting a dog. Now, what are some of the negative reasons? Here's one. Number one, I'm a kind of a hard man. I, to be honest, live with my fists. I've occasionally been in violent situations, and I know full well that if I had a dog, I'd probably turn him into something like me, and then we'd both get into trouble. The dog might attack someone. I'd be liable for that. I could wind up even behind bars for that. So I don't want that. So my conclusion is I'm just better off not having one. Next, as an old person, I worry about having a dog. The real worry is that the dog will outlive me, and I couldn't bear to think of a poor bereft creature standing beside a dead body, worrying that that I'm not there to feed him and look after him and be his friend. That's too awful to contemplate. So there is a kind of an age cutoff list. Next, if you're kind of, as an old person, unstable, you wind up tripping and falling over things and so forth, best not to have a dog. The reason for having a dog suddenly evaporates if you keep falling to the floor and breaking your bones. Another one is I'd rather have a cat. What do you have to do for a cat? Not much. All you have to do is get it some cheap cat food. Make sure there's a way for it to get out of the house, and the cat takes care of itself. That's my kind of pet. I don't really want to have to bother beyond that. And similarly, if I had a dog, of course, there's other things I'd have to do. I'd have to train it. I'd have to clean up the mess. I'd have to take it for a walk. I'd have to occasionally undergo veterinarian's bills. I don't want any of that. It's just too much of a burden, so I'm just not interested. Okay, well, there's some negative reasons. There's some people who say they don't want a dog or they shouldn't have a dog. They're being frank about it. So I guess their arguments probably make sense for them. So what's my take on all of this? I guess my take is dogs are wonderful. They are just great to have around, but you really do have to qualify your own fitness to own a dog. I think we've mentioned some of the things in here, but you do have to be prepared to look after the dog. The dog is a long-term commitment. It isn't just a sort of a fun creature for a few weeks or months. But if you do qualify, the dog is definitely the best sort of companion you can have. Second only, or maybe even superior to your spouse or your partner. What a wonderful friend. So if you think that you qualify, you're willing to make the commitment, go for it and enhance your life. Okay, well, that's not a problem, I don't think, for very many people. So if you liked it, give me a like, the usual thing. Give me some comments. Please subscribe. And even hit the notification bell. And I'll see you at the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.